What is going on, guys? It's Justin from the J Media, back with another video. So today I wasn't really gonna film this video, but super impromptu, so we're off to buy a car, guys. Alright, so while the car warms up a little bit, I'll be taking my DC5 RSX over somewhere to go and check out a car. We actually have 3 cars we're looking to check out. I might cross off the last one, I'm not sure yet. But we'll be finding a used cash car under $5,000. That's the goal. And since it's a used car, I also have this form over here that I got from the Texas DMV. Is application for title transfer or registration. So whenever you buy a car, it's always good to have that ready, all filled in from the buyer and the seller. So I'll be going on a little bit of a drive down south to South Austin to check out some cars. And first car we're going to check out is a 2008 Nissan Altima. And then the second car I'm going to check out, if it's good we might purchase it, is Scion TC. And the last one is a Mercedes CLK 350. So super random, yes I know. Let me clarify it. It's not a car for myself, it's not going into the collection, but I'm helping a buddy to buy a car. So he gave me the cash and he's like, buy a car for me. So you might be wondering, why can't he buy the car himself? So one of my good friends, Gabriel, is actually visiting me from Singapore, and he'll be here for 3 months to visit. So instead of renting a car for 3 months, which is going to be pretty expensive, he's like, you know, it might be cheaper to just buy a car here. So he has a car to drive for 3 months, and when he leaves he can just sell the car. So that's what we're gonna do. Pretty excited. Like I said, I'm always happy to help buy cars or sell cars with my friends. He doesn't really know much about cars, he's not really a car guy, but he trusts what I'm telling him and helping him with. So the main thing is we want a car that's pretty much trouble-free. It runs and drives and starts up for at least 3 months. We're hoping not to do any maintenance on it since it's just 3 months, except for maybe an oil change if he drives a lot. And then when he leaves, hopefully we're able to sell it for a profit, or at least break even, so not lose any money on it. 2 cars are going to be down south, so we're going to check out the 2008 Nissan Altima first. That car is pretty good. I think it's listed at $3,900, which is within the budget. It does have some like cosmetic stuff, like I think the what do you call that, the tin on the rear has bubbles, cosmetic stuff. It also does have some dents, I think some hail damage, so we'll see how bad it is. And then an hour after that we're going to check out a Scion TC, which is something that he really wants. It is slightly modified, so I think it has like an exhaust, core air intake, wheels, stuff like that. He doesn't care too much about modified or not, as long as it's taken good care of. And Scion, being a Toyota, has a Toyota engine, is a one owner car, so hopefully it's pretty well taken care of. I think he dropped the price to like $3,500. So the last one on the list is the Mercedes CLK. So this one, I think it's an 07 or 08 2-door Mercedes CLK, 129,000 miles, so a little bit higher in the miles for a German car. It should run good, but I'm a little afraid with it being a Mercedes, if anything breaks, it'll be expensive to repair and fix. So yeah, I know my Japanese cars a little better, not so much European cars, but I sent out a whole list of cars. I think I was looking for him, well, like 15-20 cars in the list, and got him to handpick 5 of them. Out of the 5, we kind of zoomed it down to 3 because one of it was a Subaru Impreza, way too many miles on it. Another Nissan Altima didn't get back to me, so we're gonna check out these 3 cars. If all goes well, who knows, we might buy the car today, or we might buy it really soon, because my boy Gabriel is gonna fly from Singapore, like I said. If everything goes well, hopefully we can buy the car before he arrives. If, you know, we're gonna wait, he's gonna be here in like less than a week, so like 3 or 4 days he's gonna be here, so we'll purchase the car anyway. So stay tuned, we're gonna go check out the first car, which is the Nissan Altima. I'm here to see the Nissan Altima, so yeah, let's talk to the owner and we'll do a little drive and walk around later. Alright, so here's the Nissan Altima. So quick little walk around. So 2008 Nissan Altima. Seems like both speakers. Everything seems pretty good, just cosmetic stuff. So in the interior you can see some of the plastic lining is kind of coming off, I guess baked in the Texas sun. Biggest issue we're running into here is it's a push to start, so it doesn't have key, and we just have to insert the key fob here, but I think the key fob battery's out, so we couldn't even start the car. So hopefully you can get the battery switched out so we can start it and take it for a test drive. Alright, let me show you guys some of the cosmetic defects here. So over here on the rear, under the rear door, some dents on the tin on the back is kind of bobbling, small cosmetic stuff. And on the exhaust, one tip is missing. Mainly cosmetic stuff. Main thing is as long as it drives good, that's all that matters. We're just trying to get the key battery stuff figured out. He also said he switched out the brakes on it, and this front tire is new. Since there was a nail, he replaced the tire. Oil change done on it too, so it should be good for another 5,000 miles. Alright, so the owner went to Home Depot to grab battery for the key fob because it wouldn't start. So right now, let me just show you guys some stuff. Like I said, I haven't taken it for a test drive. Just pop the hood. It's pretty dirty, I guess, under the hood, but like I said, nothing a good clean can't take care of. So here's the Nissan Altima, 2008 Nissan Altima. I believe it's a 2.5 liter engine. All in all, it's not too bad as long as it runs good. Like I said, he did replace this new tire because there's a nail in it. He did a fresh oil change, as well as change out the brake pads and rotors. So he only had the car for a few months because this was his beater while he replaced the clutch on another car. I'm guessing the Integra over there is his. But yeah, mainly just cosmetic stuff. He also did say over here there's some oxidation. Seems like he had to take it apart and replace the silicone. It's pretty common on some older cars. But yeah, hopefully it runs good. Interior seems pretty updated for the year. Like I said, this is a 2008. I never knew they had push to start back in 08. But it does have the Bose sound system here, not double din, but Bose system. Like I said, push to start. He said by right with the key fob you can just leave it in your pocket and just push to start. Sometimes if it doesn't sense us or detect it, you can just insert it in this little key slot here. We tried both didn't work. Try the headlights, all the dome lights, everything work. All the door locks work. Yeah, main thing is just gotta take it for a little spin and see how it drives. Alright, so I'm behind the wheel of the Nissan Altima. So far I've adjusted a few things. There's a lot of power stuff on here. Adjusted the power mirrors. The seats are power as well, so I can adjust it front and back. All that works. Radio works. Oh, I guess his name is Justin too. Oh no, Justin Bieber. Never mind. I was looking here at the stereo and it said Justin. I thought his name was Justin. But anyways, AC works. Obviously I have the AC on because today is pretty hot out here in Texas. LEDs on the dash. Like I said, push to start pretty good. So key fob works. Only weird thing is when he tried to click it on to open the car, that didn't work. So I'm not sure it's the right battery. We're not sure if the whole key fob has to be replaced or what the deal is, but yeah, I'm just gonna take it for a little test drive and see how it runs. Alright, so took it up to speed. I had a little road where I can go like highway speeds of about 60 miles an hour. Everything runs pretty good. Didn't feel any vibration in the steering wheel, so that means wheels are balanced. Let me test out some of the other stuff while I'm in here. So let's see how to work this sunroof. So we're gonna make sure sunroof works. Like I said, radio works, AC works, power windows, all that. We even have heat warmers over here. That seems to work as well. Pretty good back seats. They are leather seats. Personally, leather seat is pretty hot here in Texas. Windows work. That's good. Seems like the passenger one doesn't work. The driver's one work, that's fine. Okay, so that's something that's not good. So he's asking 3,900 bucks. I think car draw is good. Cosmetically, just a few defects. But if we can bring the car down to like a little lower, like 3,000 or 3,300, I think is a pretty good deal. Let me see if I can pop the trunk. So this looks like the trunk. Never owned a Nissan Altima before, so pardon me if I don't know where the stuff are. Pretty clean trunk. And always good to check underneath to see if there's any water. Sometimes it might be a flooded car. I don't see any signs of water or rust, so that's good. And after you've driven the car, it's always good to get underneath to see if it's leaking. Might have some oil leaks or coolant leaks, stuff like that. I don't see a little bit of leak, but so there's three kinds of leaks. It could be an oil leak, which is kind of like a brownish gold color. If it's greenish color, it could be a coolant leak. Or if it's just water, that means it's just your AC condenser. Yeah, this is just water, so it's fine. Okay. And switch on the headlights, make sure that all works. If I had an extra person with me, I could definitely make sure the brake lights work. So, cool, everything works. Gonna put on the emergency signal over here to make sure that works as well. So again, I'm not a mechanic by trade, but I've bought and sold quite a few cars, at least 10 different ones. Whether it's helping friends buy, sell cars, or myself. So I kind of know the basic stuff to check. Seems like registration is up, so we do have to get that changed. I already popped the hood. I also made sure that there's no oil leaks or anything like that, because that's pretty important. When you pop the hood, you can see if there's any gaskets leaking or anything like that. Let's see, let me figure out the sunroof. Let's make sure that works. Alright, so I figured it out, it's right here. Okay. Perfect, that works, because if it doesn't work, it's a pretty expensive fix. Since it's a newer car, we have some of these creature comforts. Let's see. Okay, that works. That's good. Alright, so I guess everything seems to work as it should. Car is not overheating, which is good because I had left it running for a little bit. Only thing I see on the dash, so no check engine light, but I do see this little guy, which is the tire pressure sensor. So if I have a TPMS sensor, I could check what the tire pressure is. But the main field defects of this car is the little dent, that tint on the back is peeling off. In the interior, some of the stuff, the plastic seems to have melted away in this hot Texas sun. And this window doesn't work, it doesn't wind down. And then also the key fob, might have to get it replaced. I don't know, because he just got the battery replaced. It drives, it starts, but key fob doesn't work, which could be pretty inconvenient. But yeah, we should see. So I'm not gonna give a price, I'm just gonna ask him what its best price is. And then we do have another car to check out as well, which is the Scion TC. So I'm gonna check that out first before we make a decision. So we might not go see the Mercedes, because even though it's a pretty solid car, if anything breaks, it's going to be expensive. Plus, I did some research and it seems like that Mercedes CLK is actually sold by a local dealership. So being a small dealership, they can't really bring down the price that much. Alright, so now I'm at the second spot to see the Scion TC. So let's go check it out. Here's the 2007 Scion TC. So as you can tell, this car is slightly modified. Seems like the previous owner kind of white out the headlights. Aftermarket wheels, some sparkle wheels, some new tires, Yokohama tires. Apparently it's a one owner car, but then this guy just bought it to resell cars on the side. As you can tell, paper plates. Does have aftermarket taillights as well, kind of tinted out. Aftermarket HKS exhaust. The white is pretty clean. I kind of like the sunroof. This is pretty cool, really nice glass. Check out the inside. So far everything seems to work good. Again, bunch of aftermarket stuff. Aftermarket stereo right here. Close this down. Like I say, I tested out, sunroof works. It does have an aftermarket amp. Let me kind of show under the hood as well. So pop the hood. Seems like the previous owner, like I said, modified it. So clean valve cover, AEM oil cap, some DC sports headers. I had that on my EK Civic a while back. Some Mishimoto coolant hoses. Underneath here we have a Mishimoto radiator cap, and then there's also an intake over here, a short ram intake from K&N, and it seems like a fairly new battery. Got it this year in March from Everstart. It's a pretty clean engine bay as well. A cool little party trick, seems like they add this little illumination. So if I click that once, we have a little light bar right here. Press it again. So apparently it's supposed to light up here in the cup holders. I think they took it out. Press it again, it switches off, I guess. Cool little party trick. There's also an amp on the rear, you can see over there. Subwoofer. Alright, so taking it for the little test drive right now. So yeah, everything seems to work. We have a sunroof over here, that works. So AC works. You have your aftermarket stereo, pretty cool. You can even cover it up and hide it if you don't want to reveal it. That works. Radio works. Yeah, like I say, sunroof works, power windows, all that work. So mechanically everything works too. So we just left the Scion TC owner's house. So like I said, thankfully both of them are not dealerships. I look up Craigslist, and sometimes Craigslist you get a lot of like small dealerships trying to advertise on there. But yeah, Scion TC drives great as well. No mechanical issues. Runs good. No check engine light or anything like that. My biggest thing with the Scion TC is the exhaust is pretty loud. You know, I'm a guy with modified cars. I might be okay, but my friend Gabriel, he's not a huge car guy, so I don't know. If anything, ironically, I do have to swap out the exhaust for a quieter one. He has a HKS catback exhaust right now. It does sound a little bit raspy, a high RPM. And like I said, my friend is not used to driving around with an exhaust, so yeah, so we are gonna decide soon. My friend is just gonna think about it, think about the numbers. The price wise, it was listed as $3,700, and then the owner brought it down just today to $35,000. He also told me the best price is $3,500. So both for the Altima and the Scion TC, both $3,500. I was really hoping we could play around like $3,000 to $3,300. That'll be better, just so even if we have to spend a bit of money to fix up anything, when we sell the car we wouldn't be at a loss. But my friend Gabriel said even if he had to just break even, he's cool with it. So yeah, Scion TC has been a one owner car. Previously it was a girl who owned it since like 9 miles, so she had everything. It's modified, as you guys can tell, so pretty well taken care of car, and drives good. So once my friend Gabriel gets back to me, we might be purchasing a car. He won't be here for a few more days, but I already have the cash with me, so if he wants to go ahead and buy it, we might end up with another car in the driveway. So stay tuned for that. If you guys watched it over here, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. You guys want to see another car that might be on the channel in the next few months, don't forget to hit the subscribe and notification bell so you know when new videos are out, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.